All right, guys, so just part 3, just drop a few more things in there. So I'm going to start with the coverage of what we've just gone over. So if I go on Google and go on, wait there, coronal mass ejection solar flares. Okay, sorry. Solar flare is an intense burst of radiation that comes from the release of magnetic energy linked with the sunspots. Magnetic, you are magnetic. Coronal mass ejections, or CMEs, are massive clouds of particles that are pushed out into space from the sun's atmosphere. Okay, so any images of this we can look at. Coronal mass ejection. So this is what electricity from the sun looks like. Okay, so it bursts out huge radiations of power into human, into plant life, into the minerals of the water. It makes everything come alive. There's a couple more there as well. The effects on solar flares on the Earth's magnetosphere. It's also linked to global warming, what's actually called global cooling, which is a natural thing, which is going on as well. So those magnetic flares coming from the sun are, let me now type in Google, human DNA system. Fucking hell. Human's DNA system. So that electricity that's getting pumped from the sun now in the age of Aquarius is coming into the human body, the human aura, the toroidal field, and it is helping the DNA system grow. They say there's dormant DNA. No, it's not. It just hasn't been unlocked. So this natural process that's going on right now is unlocking human DNA. DNA is the most efficient storage system known to man. It will take 30 gigabytes of hard drive space to save both sides of the sequence. Using the binomial language of modern computers, DNA could store 25 gigabytes of information per inch. In one cell, human DNA is 6 feet long. Okay? Now let me just put in, that's also related to genomes, human DNA system, chakras. Okay, so let's look at this one. This is all connected from the physical to the metaphysical, metaphysics. The 12, there's more than 12 chakras, but the 12 chakra system and auric fields. So you have all of these different ones, okay? And that aura is what's around you, and that aura also has a toroidal field. So there's multiple layers to the aura. So from the sun and the flares, the coronal mass ejection, the acceleration of the universe, because the universe is always expanding, is accelerating the human race to a higher level of consciousness. All right, so we got that. Let's have a look at this old school drawing, okay, before we get on to the next topic. Human chakra system, the rainbow colors, the entire color spectrum is within you as well. So relating to that, again, your endocrine system. Every chakra, by the way, each chakra is connected to each endocrine system. So you got your pineal gland, you got the hypothalamus, you have the heart, you have the sacral, you have the root, you have the solar plexus. Solar plexus is the main one. Solar plexus is powered by the kidneys and the adrenals. Okay, so when you feel like, you know, anxiety and shit here, it's because you've got weak adrenals and weak kidneys. So that's why when you fast, especially with the herbs, the herbal tonics, when you're fasting from that, what it's doing is it's shutting down the system, giving the kidneys a break, flushing out the kidneys, strengthening the adrenal glands, because people are just on overworked, etc. That's why people are tired and moping around and haven't got that solar plexus energy within them, okay? Because solar plexus is also connected to motivation, drive, ambition, okay? It's one of the most important factors. And then in the body as well, okay, what the vaccines are fucking up is the lymphatic system. So if I type in lymphatic system, okay, so I've got it here. That's also connected. Lymphatic system, what's the best way to explain this? these are all of the lymph. This is the lymphatic system in the body, separate to the nervous system. Now, the lymphatic system is connected to the immune system. That's one layer of the auric field, is the lymphatic system. And that's your immune system. Scientifically, I think we've tried to prove this, but it's supposed to be the white light that's around you, okay, like protective white light in your aura. And that's related to the lymphatic system. Lymphatic system drainage, easily you can just go get massages for that. You can do the gua sha, but that can get plugged. Once that's plugged up and blocked by all of the other factors, because your endocrine system is not functioning properly, and you don't, take steroids or take medication to do that. The best way to get your endocrine system on point is to start doing intermittent fasting. Bring all the sugar levels down in your body, and it also helps you do the anti-aging type of shit as well. I'm going to go research this yourself. I'm just giving you some basics. So when you get swollen glands, you're getting glands that are swollen. There's the major lymphatic glands here. That's why people are spraying aerosols in and getting fucking breast cancer and all that kind of shit, because it's full of aluminium. Put aluminium in your body, you're just a fucking retard. So they've got you at all of these different angles that you don't even know about, mate. Anyway, lymphatic system is your immune system. If your endocrine system is not working sufficiently, okay, if you're already worn out, if you're not fasting, if you're not cleaning your body out, if you've got anxiety, that will also relate to the root chakra, and the root chakra is just straight fear and survival instinct. So you're operating at a low level. So you have to power each individual fucking part of you up. And again, as I said with the last picture point of call, the endocrine system, if that's not functioning correctly, the pituitary gland is not releasing growth hormone, and when that's not happening, your pineal gland and your third eye, which is the higher chakra system, that's one that's connected to the higher chakra, seeing through the fucking illusion. That's not going to operate correctly either. So that's when you turn into a fucking zombie, basically. What else we got on here? Okay, so we got that. So other tips and pointers. I mean, ice baths are really, really good for you to bring the heart rate down, lower blood pressure, fasting as well. Fasting is probably the main protocol, and the vitamins that I've just gone on about. I put that on the last video. You can go check that out with the magnesium. Magnesium can save people from nervous system issues and heart issues if you take that for 2 weeks instead of getting your fucking shit cut out of you by doctors and all that kind of stuff. So it's very, very simple dynamics of replacing the minerals in your body in the correct way. High quality things. Keeping your exercise on point. Hydration obviously is a main factor, and just keep it very, very simple. I used to go overboard back in the day, juice fasting. I did all of that, and that can completely over time change my awareness perspectives on things. Digestive system, if you're fat and you're fucking all over the place and trying to lose weight, it's because your digestive system is just fucking fully plugged up, and that's also related to your lower end chakra system as well. If that's not going to function properly if you haven't got a fluid digestive system. So when you fast, this is why after breaking a fast, because what happens, the kidneys slow down and they leach all of the acid out of your body in your lymphatic system. So your lymphatic system is draining whilst you are fasting. So when you stop fasting, before a fast and after a fast, you need to drink a good liter or fucking liter and a half of water, preferably distilled water, and add lemon and add baking soda to this drink, and then start fasting on herbs. And when you stop fasting, do the same thing, because what this does, all of the acid in your kidneys and the adrenal glands, because the adrenal glands, once they close down, it's a battery. It gets time to regenerate afterwards, and that's when you can get rid of panic attacks. You can get rid of anxiety just by fasting for 3 days. You can fix all the brain chemicals in your head as well. All of that's connected. And then when you break the fast, you drink distilled water, baking soda, and lemon. You just got to experiment on yourself, because the baking soda flushes all of the acid out of the kidneys. And that's why people get kidney stones, because you've just got so much acid and buildup and stress and negative toxicity and emotions in the body. And you find out by doing these things, a lot of this stress and negativity comes out of the body energetically. Then you can actually function as a fucking optimal person and human being. So Let me just type in DNA spiral quickly, see what comes up here. DNA spiral, double helix. Let's see if we've got any good images of this double helix. Okay, one second. So, DNA spiral, and all of this is all across the fucking board. It's even on my chest. I'll explain what this means in a minute. But this has been in this is centuries, man. This is centuries. Okay, so here's an image. This here. So it goes into the toroidal field of the body. You have the chakras there. Once all of the chakras are more or less aligned, and you've got rid of all of these blockages within, start on the physical first, and then it'll obviously translate into the metaphysical, yeah? And then you start to have wings, not physical wings, metaphysical wings. And this is why they use this. It's called a caduceus. I do have this tattoo somewhere on my body. Okay, it's here, this one. Okay, because that's like God mode. Go research this stuff yourself. I'm just giving you some tips and pointers. Okay, here we go. Look at that. See the serpents? The serpents come up. The Kundalini energy comes up. That's your thyroid. And then we're going into the star, the crown there as well. That's obviously the halo, the Jesus thing. Jesus and his 12 disciples. You've got 13 major. Okay, so Jesus has 13 disciples, yeah? Sorry, 12 disciples. That makes 13 here. So you got 13 major chakras, and the 13th one is the top one. So Jesus was the enlightened one. It's all metaphorical in the Bible, but people are still out here praying to statues. Anyway, with that being said, you can go and research DNA, cosmic stuff, double helix. Then you got the ayahuasca serpent as well, the cosmic serpent of DNA. I do recommend you go and getting that book and reading that. And all of these are kind of like ayahuasca visuals as well. Okay, so forms of nature. Okay, all these representations are from the other realms when you do ayahuasca, especially in the jungle. And then on top of that, as I say, like as a roundup, guys, you're getting mugged off. Even these fake masons. So this here, people say, oh, you got a mason tattoo. That tattoo, okay. So I've got the sun cycles. I've got the sun. I've got the eye of the heart, because you got the heart chakra, then you have the higher heart chakra here. Then you have, I got Fibonacci on there as well. And then this here is a stone masonry tool. Stone masons used to cut the stones, you know what I'm saying? The G, I've replaced the G, because this is what the masons had. They have the G in the middle, and they think, I've been into the temples, well, the fucking lodges, and motherfuckers are trying to tell me G means God. And you have this Bible and all this other like black book and fucking these rituals that they do. But it doesn't mean God, it means grand designer. So this here means you are the grand designer of your own reality. And these dickheads are going into Masonic temples, trying to learn this self-knowledge and just get fucking absolutely mugged off as you go higher. They're all using Kabbalah knowledge, self-knowledge, but they're not actually doing the self-work. They're coming into a cult blindly and thinking the G means God, and they're now in another cult of worship against something that's been twisted over time. So the grand designer means you are the grand designer of your own reality. Do you know what I'm saying? A couple of these things are from Egypt. You've got chakra system going down there as well. And then you've got all of the sacred geometry, which are patterned in there too. This arm, we have all of the chakra symbols, but this is the 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the Indian, okay? India / Himalayan / Bhutanese. And in there we have the Sanskrit language as well. And this is the DNA spiral, which, boom, at the top is the tree of life. Go look at that shit. And then the owl, okay, so this owl is quite important because I close his eyes and put the one eye. So two eyes to see, one eye to obviously see through the illusion. And they use the owl in the rituals as well because the owl can turn its head 360 degrees. So the owl sees everything 360 degrees around. So they use the owl in like Bohemian Grove and stuff and all of these fucking ritual places where they torture kids and that. And fucking do blood sacrifice, because when you do the blood sacrifice, what they're doing is they're offering out the chi of the bloodstream to the dark forces in the astral realm, and they all come in when they're doing the shit to the kids and that, and they think they get blessings from it, but they're on the wrong page. I'll go in about that for time, but I can't speak about it too much here. So a few bits and pointers have been covered. What I would suggest to you first fuck the news off, focus on your own thing, your finance game up. Anyone who keeps talking about COVID around you, just block them and say that you've got better things to do. The mass thing is a big important one because the solar flares and the magnetic energy is going into the Earth's ionosphere and coming into outside and charging the particles, the atoms within the ether, which again, the breath work, you're breathing it in, that's what's also helping your DNA to evolve over time. That's why they're strapping masks to your face, mate, so you can't breathe properly and you can't breathe. They know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. So go practice breath work, go start some fasting. And I'll tell you, in a few months' time, start fasting, breath work, get the minerals that I've advised. Start doing ice baths, even daily ones. It doesn't have to be too cold. You can just do cold plunges to start. Get your breath work on point. Get yourself one of these watches as well. If you start wearing this in the ice bath, you can do one of the breath work exercises and it gives you all the statistics somehow, like your stress levels come down, your heart rate comes down, your blood pressure comes down, like all the Wim Hof stuff as well. I'm actually going to see him next month. So, you know, there's so many different things, and especially with the ice baths as well, you're training your nervous system and your bone marrow and everything inside you and your organs to actually get rid of all of the inflammation in the body, because the inflammation in the body is what's causing, you know, the acidity and the lymphatic system not to work properly. So by having these jabs, no matter what anybody says on this video, mRNA is DNA genetic modification. Why are they putting genetic modification in your body? Because of what's happening on the planet. And I said, these guys, there's a lot more to this story of whatever else walks this earth. Believe me, I can't speak about that. But this is where they get their information from. And they want to lock down humanity, slaves, and then the microchip's going to come in soon as well. If you take that and you promote that, you need fucking shooting. Okay, that's a whole different spectrum, because once that's in your body, so many different things that can then happen. That's the next upgrade of controlling the nervous system and dumbing down everything I've just fucking spoke about. So hopefully some of you might just go, woo, way over the head, who cares? But this information right now, I guarantee you in 5 years' time, a lot of people are going to know about it. A lot of people are going to be educated on it. So tapping into the matrix on that level, the matrix codes are unfolding. And you have to step into that. If you want to manifest like the greatest things in your life right now, you need to get off the wrong fucking side and ride the wave, because the wave's going regardless of anybody likes it or not. The universe is spiraling up, the earth is spiraling up, the sun's heating up, the galaxy's fucking going mad. You know what I'm saying? Only if people knew how powerful they were and what their makeup is and how everything's connected in the physical to the metaphysical. Because the metaphysical part and the energetic part is what attracts things to you. You want to be like a bright light. You want to be strong. Once you're in your heart space and your heart is booming, no motherfucker's going to come and mess with you. Believe me, you don't need fucking 6 bodyguards, bro. Bodyguards are for pussies. Get your shit on point. Energetic game, vibrational game. The highest vibration will always win. So raise your fucking vibe up, man. Stop getting tricked by all these people. And I think that's about it for this video. I'll release some more in the future, but yeah, for now, man, I just can't deal with people, so I just have to drop some information on your head. Take it or leave it, whatever. It is what it is.